Are you a fan of The Goonies, Stand By Me, The Breakfast Club, E.T., or maybe even recently Stranger Things? Then you might want to take a look at one of my most anticipated RPGs of 2017, Tales from the Loop by Free League Publishing and Modiphius Entertainment. Now, Tales from the Loop is billed as role-playing in the 80s that never was. The rule system, I will tell you, is based off of Free League's Mutant Year Zero system. You roll a dice pool of d6s, and if you get a 6, it's a success, and if you get multiple 6s, it's a greater success, or you can actually buy successes with your for ongoing effects. So Tales from the Loop, you role play as kids ages 10 to 15, growing up and adventuring in this really odd 80s setting. It's odd in the fact that there is advanced technology, but it's not available to everyone. It's more like corporations and the government has kind of had this technology that they have created. There might have been some time traveling that has happened, and so you have things like dinosaurs that maybe pop up in settings. So Tales from the Loop takes place at pretty much around 2 locations, one of which is a particle accelerator that was built in the 50s in Boulder City, Colorado, and another one that was built in Sweden in the 60s, and basically, you just know that there's all sorts of scientific work being done at these locations, and it's probably government run, and it's really kind of mysterious, and that's part of the whole setting, is finding out more about what folks refer to as the loop. Both of these particle acceleration locations are known as the loop. Let's take you to the table and show you a little bit of this book in depth. Okay, so let's just give you a close-up look of Tales from the Loop. It is a beautiful color book. It's hardcover. There are 12 chapters, 4 of which I believe are campaign settings, so you can actually play those as either one-shots or string them together as an ongoing campaign. Since you do play as kids in this setting, they give you pretty much typical stereotypes for kids for that decade. You have your bookworm, your computer geek, your hick, your jock, popular kid, rocker. You also have your troublemaker and weirdo. So again, if you're a big fan of like The Breakfast Club, you're going to see similar stereotypes for kids in this setting. Each kid does have key skills that they seem to specialize in, and then it kind of gives you suggestions as to how you can create your kid that you're going to play. So you distribute points up to your age in body, tech, heart, and mind, and then you also have your conditions and your skills. You distribute 10 points in your skills, and then you also get what are called luck points, equal to 15 minus your age. So younger kids get more luck points than older kids, and with luck points you basically get a chance to re-roll. Once you've done all that, you pick an iconic item, you pick a problem, a drive, a pride, how you determine your relationships with the kids and the NPCs. You select an anchor, which is someone that maybe you look up to. You give your kid a name, you write a short description of your kid, and then you choose a favorite song, which I think is awesome because I'm a big fan of 80s songs. Alright, so my final thoughts on Tales from the Loop RPG is that it is a really great setting. I love the art in this book. I love the alternate 80s setting that it creates. How maybe technology advanced in certain areas that we didn't know, and maybe that there are certain things that the government was doing, and then maybe there's certain government experiments that were going on that we were all not privy to. Tales from the Loop is another home run, I think, from Free League. Since it uses the same system as Mutant Year Zero and Coriolis, it is really easy to pick up. It takes like 5 minutes to create a character, and you can sit down and play just like that. I will say, however, that since this setting is in the 80s, it is hard to play with folks that didn't grow up in the 80s. So if you were looking to pick this book up to play with your kids, it's going to probably be a little bit difficult, just because since they didn't grow up in the 80s, they don't really know the movies, the culture, the TV shows, the music, and it's hard to educate someone about the 80s when they didn't really grow up in the 80s. So for kids, since they already have access to electronics like iPhones and cellular phones and laptops and all that, it's hard to kind of explain how it was in the 80s. So I'm going to say that Tales from the Loop is probably best played with 30 to 40-year-olds plus, so then that way you really kind of can get into the setting that it portrays. I'm going to say, if you've got a whole bunch of friends that grew up in the 80s, buy this book, just sit down and have fun, and maybe create a storyline that you saw from an 80s movie, or you could actually kind of take any kind of science fiction setting and tweak it for this Tales from the Loop RPG. Even like an episode of X-Files that you really liked, you could probably set that in this RPG and have kids discover secret things along the way. I'm going to tell you to pick it up. It should be out today. I will put a link in the comments below to Free League's online store. Alright, that's going to do it for me. I want to thank everyone for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you picked up Tales from the Loop RPG, let me know in the comments below, and let me know what you think. Maybe tell me what movie from the 80s you're going to incorporate in your next campaign. Alright folks, that's going to do it for me. My name is Doug. This has been Victory Condition Gaming, because winning shouldn't be the only victory condition when you get to the table. See you on the next video.